Hi guys, welcome to our channel Swipe to Learn. We are back with another new video on Python tutorial, that is the power trio. I think most of you haven't heard about map, reduce and filter function. Yet these are unhidden, but they are very crucial in solving the large complex problems, as they helps in reducing the lots of code and making it simple, easier and efficient. So even then, we'll be discussing about these power trio, how to use them and how to use them to write your efficient codes and make the programming easier. Okay, so this is power trio. As the name suggests, this is not defined anywhere, so power trio is called as this. I just kept a name, as here we have three functions that are map, reduce and filter. So I'll write it over here. Yeah, map, reduce and filter. These are like very three basic function with a similar syntax. The syntax is same, and you will be getting of same easier, and but they helps in reducing the intricacies of loops and branching. We'll see why do we need really. So it helps us to make the code concise and readable. Like instead of making complex loops, we can write in a simpler forms by using these map, reduce and filter. And they helps in performance optimization, as if they are like large data set, we'll be using them and making extracting our relevant data by using these functions. And parallel processing, like if we use these functions, we can perform the multiple operation at a single go. Let's see why do we need them. Okay, map function. Let me say what is map function. Map function is used to map object of the results after applying the given function. Whatever function is there, it applies the function and map them with the result. Like if you go with an x, say your function is f of y. It sends the x parameter as y and gets the result f of y is when x, that is f of x result. This will be the result. So for each of the parameters, say 1, 2, and 3, it gives the result as f of 1, comma, f of 2, comma, f of 3. Got it? So the simple function is you write map of function comma iteration, like what is the function to be followed, and iteration means like the object, on which object, like that may be a list or a dict or a string or tuple. Remember with the syntax, whatever it is, it may be map function comma iterable or reduce function comma iterable or filter. The func is very simple syntax. It is same for all the syntax. So if you see here, A, B, C, D, this is the input, and the transform function is making the lowercase into uppercase, then the output would be capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. Whatever you give, the function will be executed. Let's move on to the next. See, this is a function named double. It makes the power n star 2. So this is the numbers, it is a list, it is the iterable here. So I am going to find the result map of double comma numbers. As you see, it's very basic and you understand that. So the iterable numbers is passed into this function. So numbers are 5, 6, 7. That is, the result would be 5 into, like 5 into 2, 6 into 2, 7 into 2, 8 into 2. This is rolled in the result. If you go with this here, this is an x, this is an iterable, right? If we map this function, my function, it returns the length of apple, length of banana, length of cherry. If you want to see in the coding, we'll just simply see in our PyCharm. Let me copy this. See as you see now. Let me run this. See, you got your desired output. That is 5 into 2, 6 into 2, 7 into 2, 8 into 2. So this is the map function. Let's move on. So in the same way, reduce function. As the name suggests, reduce. Whatever you have a list of elements mentioned in a sequence, you are going to suppose a reduce. It consists of 5 elements. You are making some operations and making it into a single value. single value. This is reduce. So reducing the values in the data, I mean refining the data or pre-processing the data and making it to enter a simple single value, hard-coded value. So as I told, the function syntax is same, reduce following with the parenthesis and the function followed by the iterable. So as you see in this image here, this is x, y, and it is giving the summation x plus y. So this is the iterable 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 2 is given here. 1 plus 2 and then 2 plus 3, the resultant plus 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 resultant plus 4. The final resultant. So whenever you pass on this reduce function, it gives the value as 10. Okay. Let's move on. So importing the functools. Here the list is numbers. Numbers equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. Functools dot reduce lambda, the function like I'm writing in one line function, making it into x into y. Y as numbers. So 1 into 2. 2, okay, let me write in detail. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 into 2. 2, 2 into 3. 6, 6 into 4. 24. Okay. So this is product of the list elements are going to be given here. So answer would be 24. Okay, let's move on next. So filter. As the name suggests, filter, these are very basic, powerful trio. Why we say means instead of writing a simple lengthy lines of code, suppose you have a data of n which consists of 1,000 entries. You want something which you facilitate with some condition based on and retrieve a 10 entries data. You can't read each and every data and filter using an if loop or branching or making a condition, testing something and providing the result. Instead of this, we use the basic functions. That's why it's very powerful, and if you get a hands-on experience on them, you are going to rock your programming. So as I told, filters will be getting the same syntax, open parenthesis followed by function and the iterable or a sequence, whatever it may be. It may be a set, list, tuple, or any iterator. As Python, we have many iterators, right? So let's see. So I'm passing an iterable or a sequence, and I'll check with the condition. Whatever satisfies my condition, I will result I will return the result in the same format. So here you see is even. This function checks whether the given number is even or not. Here is the set of list numbers. I need to filter all the even numbers. So let's filter them. Filter. I need the function. My function name is even here, and the iterable is numbers. So after functioning this, we'll be getting the list of even numbers, right? If you execute this, you know what your output will be. It will be 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10, right? These are the even numbers in the given list. So this is how the filter function works. So let's see about the use case. So if you want to apply a function to all the elements, suppose I have a string str. I need to iter for each and every. So how I'll be writing? For I in str, function of I'll be calling. Instead of that, you can just map them, right? So here the example is converting the temperatures. So filtering elements, instead of filtering, as I told earlier, instead of looping with if and work checking with the condition, we can just go with the filter function, reduce. To find a looping with to find the sum of the series or the product of the numbers, instead of looping with accumulator, we can use the reduce functions. So these are called as a functional methods lazy evaluation because loops consume more memory and they takes time when we consist of large data sets, and these are very functional. It helps in the readability and for constant complex multi-step logic, like you have multiple map filter, multiple reduce calls. At the time it's better to use loop because we can debug easily. So for any of this, we have the positives and we have the negatives. We have to get over a grip over handling these functions, and we use whenever we need it.